Now, to be pretty cool. I've gotten it, you know, scripted to where it moves back and forth now, so the rain is going to actually move on this swamp side. And now we've got to basically, whoop, got caught in the grav lift, the man cannon. We got to figure out now what we're going to do next. And actually, I'm getting to a point where I might want to just start placing spawns around the map. So kind of being a good showcase day where I'm flying around the map, placing spawns down all over it, so you get to see everything. But yeah, basically the if I place down spawns, then I can decide things like, I mean, I need to do like land masses over here and trees and stuff. And I do need to figure out what I want to do about the gate in the middle. This music is very loud, I just realized. Oh, it's not loud for you guys, it's just loud for me. I have it on, I must have my volume, yeah, 30, Jesus Christ. Alright, so there we go. Usually I have it only at 30 whenever I don't have my headphones on. But yeah, alright, so cool. So we got this going, which is nice. Once we get this, like I got like half the swamp sort of started, I guess I could just do that today, because honestly, like basically once I have the respawns, the reason I was talking about the respawns and the initial spawn points is because I actually want to, like I could play Fiesta on here pretty quickly, if I, like really easily if I place vehicle spawns and players. I don't have to know where the weapons need to be, you know what I mean? Then once I'm playing on Fiesta, I can figure out where I want to put everything, because I'll have an idea of where certain weapons are more useful versus too powerful, or what have you. So I feel like that's a good idea, personally. We do have the thing moving on the rail, though. Let's see. Is there... I just realized something. Huh, did I accidentally make a way up right here? Not quite. I didn't really plan to make a way up like that. But now I'm wondering if I shouldn't. I think my computer's fan is making noise. Needs to... It has a bit of a rattle to it. Let's see. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to make it up there. But it's just outside of reach, and I'm wondering if I shouldn't figure something out to make that a thing. Might be interesting. Anyway, so that thing's not gonna be moving anymore because I'm not in, you know, the game mode. But, yeah, basically, I think this side is just about blocked out enough. I need to do the cave in here, and some floors are open. I do have an idea to make this into a drop-down. So you can, like, go inside the device. Over here, you'll also be able to go inside the device from below, but I haven't fixed this to allow you to get inside there, which is going to allow you to sort of create... It's going to be an area to hide from vehicles that might be trying to, you know, barrel through you. So that'll be kind of cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I might have this thing potentially able to be played by the end if I go fast, so I need to start think about things I'm going to do. This is not going to be here, by the way. I was talking about this potentially being something like this being here to block, you know, line of sight with the other tank, but I don't need to actually be like right here. I was thinking it could be, for example, all the way down here. But this is actually going to be a gate now, so I need to put this here. And on the x-axis, I need to go probably, if it's 184, let's go 48. Yeah, look at that. That goes right through and it's just barely there. And then we're gonna flip it this one around and go 48 as well. And then, oh boy, that's not good. Somehow it is not aligned correctly. What did I do wrong here? There should be a copy of that side. Did I not do 48? 48. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. What's going on? Where is it colliding here? Ah. It's not actually centered. Okay. Okay, well in that case, I need to grab this, duplicate it, bring it down here, snap into there, and then we'll have it in the exact same spot. There we go. And delete that extra box we just created in the middle. So that means that this area is now the officially the only way across, but that's not what we want it to be either. I don't want it to just be open in the middle. I don't think I do anyway. I kind of want it to be like an actual like gate that opens and closes. You know what I mean? I'm also beginning to wonder if I shouldn't... I mean, you guys know I was planning on doing the middle piece. Like, this switch is going to make it to where it flips between which side has the high ground in the very middle of the map, right? I could theoretically, though, change that and just make it a high ground in the middle of the map you can battle over or something, and then make it the switch flip to open the gate. Or I can put another switch over here that opens the gate. And then you can maybe open it and close it. But whenever you open it, it's going to be... If I do that, then whenever you open it, it'll basically be like a terminal, a sort of like a loot cave to sort of like require you to like hold it down and do that. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. All right, we got to figure out what we're doing with this middle. What I was thinking about doing was in the middle here. Welcome to the stream. I just saw ticked up on Kick. We got one on YouTube. We got one. So we got that thing moving, and it goes back and forth. I do need to get the rain. There's a piece missing that's going to be rained on in the middle of it that needs to delete whenever it gets to here or move down through the ground. I'll have to figure out which one it needs to be. And I need to make it to where it triggers the actual like pouring water on the roof and stuff like that. But otherwise it is moving back and forth in the simplest way. I also found out that this is annoying. This is apparently a piece that is not perfectly mirrored. So if you line up here, it doesn't line up out here. And that's really frustrating. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do about that. I either need to put something out here and make them not aligned, or I need to put a piece here that'll hide that they're not aligned, you know? And maybe one up here. Both of those will be very easy to do, but it will just increase the number of objects that need to slide back and forth, so it will be a little bit unsettling. Okay, so, what the heck? Phone call in the middle of streaming. Okay, so I need a gate. I need to put a door here. Oh, I need to... No, you know what I need to do? I need to make a very quick... Let's see. I need to make a very quick, like, video or something, and put it in a Twitter post. It's raining all around the building, and there we go. Could have probably done this before I started streaming, but we're just gonna see it moving. There's no rain in the middle, which is why we had to do that thing where we delete the thing. But yeah, alright, cool. So, Windows Shift D? Is that correct? Is that the save thing? Windows Control D? Nope, that's not it. Oh gosh. Okay, well, I don't know if I did the right thing. Nope, that's not right either. Isn't it Windows Shift D to grab a what the heck? I thought that was how you grab a screen cap. Weird. Alright, well, that kind of grabbed one. I just have no idea if it's going to be, you know, the one I want. But yeah. Oh well. Let's see. See my captures. Continue. Yeah. Halo Infinite. There we go. It's right there. Now we go over to Twitter, profile, posts, post, come hang out while we continue to work on some big team battle maps. Let's see, and then we're going to upload media. There we go. I'm gonna take this captures folder, put it over here, and grab the latest one, which will probably be at the bottom. Nope, I don't understand how they sorted these media. Oh, here it goes. Now it's working. Cool. Alright, well, that's going to take a while to upload, but we got it. Works good enough. It's a terrible little video, but, you know, whatever. Okay, let's see. The gate in the middle, I think I want this to be thinner than these, for sure. I don't want the gate to be wider than these big columns. I would want the gate to sort of open up and you can go to the side. And I might make it like energy barriers rather than a gate. That's what I was talking about doing before. So that you can see through it and see if there's water on the other side was the plan. And I think that's probably for the best. Let's go 64 and see how far that goes. That could work actually. Yeah, I might do that. Another option is actually make it come out to these and make these the gateway. But yeah, I think it'd be best to just put it back here because of the way that I want to do the water, and it would make it less expensive in the grand scheme of things to do it this way. If I do that, wait, what? I thought I put 64. What did I do? 64. How is this one not? Oh, I put 54. Whoops, hit the wrong key. There we go. 60% uploaded now to Twitter, so that's good. And then what we need is, basically I just want energy barrier, so I can put water over here. So let's go ahead and grab a water plane, which might end up needing to be, you know, combined with another one. I just realized, like I might need to work out where my water planes are over here better, so that I don't need to put like a million of them. But they do actually sort of like hide inside of each other, so like if you layer them on top of each other, as long as they're the same height, they actually sort of like disappear into one another. So that should be okay. Let's see. Basically having it to where it's just deep enough to sort of contain... Oh, I got an idea. What if... This is art. Just randomly doing some art real quick. The doors. 400 doors small. We can actually snap one here. And I think this will be really cool. Which way? This way. Right there as a passage into that area. If it were to have been, you know, been a sort of doorway that goes into the rest of the wall. So I think, let's remove that one, grab that one. Nope, grab that one. Get rid of that one. We don't want to move that one. And just hit enter, enter. And then also, Control C here. Remove that one from our selection. Negative Control V, and we're good. That should be in the exact same spot. No, we gotta go farther. Let's do it that far, I think, so that you can't see any more. There we go. Now you can't see any more of the wall inside. Well, I'll have to put a door frame around it, basically, is what I'm saying. But let's see. Okay, so Control C, Control V, enter. Oh, it's 100% put. There we go. Hit post. Let's see. Okay. Now, yeah, so I do want there to be some kind of detail here that brings it out, because this wall is too thin. I'm seeing how thin this actually is. But I want it to be that thin over here, maybe even, like, I might have to consider making it fit that shape even, which would be kind of cool, I think. So I think what I need to do is actually... Here, let's do this. Let's bring this over here, like that, and make the depth set to 16. And then we will bring this back to 48, and then we can consider... Actually, no. Let's go up to 54, so that's 8 more. I'm just reducing and increasing by 8s. Make that 8. Oop, I did not increase that by 8. I think it was 56. Yeah. And then that way this one can now be wider. What we can do is we can make this Y set to like 24. And that should center nicely like that. And create a sort of shape to it like that. Alright, well I might need to consider how this is all going. Because this is like, this here might need to be larger so that's lower or something. I might need to redesign how I did these. They're pretty good. They fit well over here, but then whenever they're over here, they're kind of having trouble. So either I need to put some kind of foot here, which could work very easily, or I'll have to come up with something else. Let's see if I can... let's see... I'm liking the idea of like a foot this would go down into, because I don't want to have to put dirt terrain on both sides, just to hide that. So I think I'm going to do that. Some kind of cover... Cover blocks. It's this one. This is what I was going for. If I had something like this down here... Well, that looks really good at the base there, but what I was kind of going for was something more along the lines of putting it on both sides, and I think I have an idea. Is there a central... No, there's no magnet snap on that side. Okay, so I gotta do that, and then I gotta drag it along this way, and up. And then we're gonna make it a little more snapped. There we go. Okay, and we're hitting the light. We don't want to go into the light too much. So, I think that I need to bring it potentially down here and wider here. Oh, that's getting terrible. I do like that width or closer to... there, and then a little bit longer forward to back to let it go into it, and then we got to bring it down a bit to get rid of the light, to make it not collide with the light. Something like that. Let's see if that looks any good or if it's terrible. Doesn't look bad, it just doesn't look that great. I'll definitely have to redesign this to make it look better. I don't want to redesign this stuff though. I think that's good. I just need to figure out something to put here. I'm thinking that doing all this warping is not the correct choice. I think finding a different angle would be a better choice to utilize it. Like, I did like it originally, but I think I've got to do is I need to combine it with another piece. You know? Like, it looks good on the front. In fact, I mean, that looks good on the front. But then I need to figure out something to put on the back. That's all. It's like if I put another one over here, and then I get another piece, even another one of these, but put it on the back, could theoretically work really nicely. I wouldn't way too high up. Alright, so then... Wait, was that not? Yeah, it's centered. Let's see. That way it doesn't get in the way of the light, but it kind of creates a new design language for the whole piece by combining it in. Ooh, that's not good. There we go. It's creating a very large lip back here. Like, it doesn't look bad. This definitely looks much better. I definitely don't hate this. I want to probably go all the way up to there. And then bring it that way a bit more. Possibly until you see that the dark, super dark gray area doesn't want to envelop this curve. This angle here needs to be clear. There we go. Yeah, and that kind of makes a nice frame for this stuff going on up here, which isn't bad. It's framing the doorway a bit, and if I put an actual frame like an actual door frame itself in there, which I could go down. There's structures with door frames. Let's see. There's the Forerunner door frame, and that one looks probably the best. That could definitely fit here very nicely. But it gets really nice and square whenever you try and scale it up. Which is not ideal, and that kind of bothers me. It's one of those things where, like, the doors they provided doesn't match the door frame they provided. And it's like, how am I supposed to... You know what I mean? The blockout one, the one in Halo Design Set, that one looks good. This one has the correct door frame shape for the mechanical doors they created. But then it doesn't, you know, it doesn't look like Forerunner-y as much. You gotta, like, manipulate it a bit. Where does this thing scale from? The middle? Or is that... Let's see. Nope, from the edge. Okay, so I can't center it easily. Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna have to just fiddle with things then. I guess its location would be -8, because it's, you know, 16 wide. And we will actually make it actually 16 instead of 16.4. And then the height. See, look at that. Even this doesn't really fit the shape of the door. It's very frustrating. Well, I guess we're gonna go less than 16. Go to 15 maybe. And do -7.5. There we go. Alright. Nope, that's not right. -14 maybe? And or set it to 14, do -7. That kind of fits. The angle's a little closer. It just gets so narrow at the top. And then, like... Yeah, okay, the solution I think is not that. I think it's to make it 15, so that it doesn't do that there. And then to make it taller, maybe. But then that might open up a gap again there. It doesn't appear to be. So if we go up... Oh wait, it's opening it up over there. Right, because they're now at the wrong thing. -7.5. There, now we're centered. But then it just doesn't touch there. So, like, there's... I don't like how there's no... Okay, we'll go -7.8. Nope, not farther. 0.2 to bring it back into the middle. Okay, that's closer. And it looks pretty good. That works. That looks pretty decent. It's just one of those pieces that's kind of annoying to deal with. Just because it looks great and you want to use it, and then nope, that's not what I want to do. And then you try to use it and it doesn't quite fit anything else that they've created that's bespoke for that purpose. You know what I mean? It's very strange. I feel like I want something to come out and come up into the building there. That'll, like, meet here and sort of connect the two columns together. So I'll have to come up with something for that. But for now, let's just get the energy barrier in here. Do I have them actually aligned correctly? No, I never fixed this side. Or they are... Oh wait, no, yeah, they're aligned correctly, but what I need to do is bring this one back. Right? Yeah, by 8. So, 56. And then I need this thing to be snapped. Right there in the middle. Man, people were let's see. I don't remember what I was about to say. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let's delete that. I need to finish my video. Like, editing it. But, for now, I'm getting my forging in. Let's see. That is a 4. Okay. Let's bring it all the way up to there. Yeah, 4.8 apparently works. And on the x-axis, let's bring it down to 6. Because I don't want it to take up too much. Well, 8 did work. Yeah, let's see that on both sides. Let's see what that looks like on both sides before I decide. See how narrow the door gets if we have it at this size. Okay. Alright, and then we need to... And putting an energy barrier there will open it up a bit. Okay, we need something across the top as well. Let's see. I don't know how much more space this area takes. So let's go ahead and flip it around and just try to make the gap. Let's see what math that gets to. Oh boy, my son is fussing in the other room. I might need to go help him with something. Or, more likely, he's just fine and he's upset that his sisters aren't letting him play with a toy. Or something like that. Probably their toy. Usually, they're very good at about not being mean about that kind of thing. Let's see. Oh gosh. Alrighty. So now we've got our bridge across, and I might make this thinner again. Well, actually, if I make it thinner, then I won't be able to have my energy barrier coming from here. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to make this thinner, and then I'm going to make a thicker version. That's going to be like 4, okay? Or actually, let's go 8 like we did on our sidewalls, right? Like those pieces. And what we're going to do is on the y-axis, we're going to go back down to 16 and snap it to the middle. That's going to make it nice and thin, and then we're going to put this in the base. Snapping? Oh, apparently I turned snapping off. That should... That's not centered. Okay, hold on. Hold on now. I need to get inside of it so I can see where it is. There we go. Is that better? Looks right. So you can kind of see a little bit more of a shape to it, a little more character in the way that door frame is working. And we can put a door frame here that's going to create some more detail on it, like we have these over here, to put some more Forerunner flair on these doors. Or we could build a door frame, which I don't hate that idea. Actually, I kind of like the idea of maybe not making it straight across, but maybe something comes up and goes diagonal into the middle. A lot of people build out their own door frames, and I definitely like that style. Forerunner. Like, for example, they'll take one of these, they'll bring it down, and they'll make it like this, and then they'll do the same thing over here, and they'll make it like that. Whoop, nope. Like that? Is that... Okay, we're just gonna copy our vertical and our... Nope, that was not right. This one. And we're gonna get this one's... we might actually make this just go up to -1, and then set this one to 1, and then they will be exactly the same. And that'll give us a nice doorway, but it's also going to eat that door. So we need to make it thinner, left to right, on the x-axis. Let's go with... We can go with 8, but I don't want it to be on the inside. I want it to be on the outside. So I'm going to make this kind of... And what I mean by that is that slope. That's what I meant by that. I want it to be on the outside of the door frame, but with its like angles. And then there we go. Ooh, it needs to come down. Okay, we need to make this come down a bit. Which means we might need to scale it up or down or something to that effect. Ooh, I kind of like how that perimeter could add to this thing's shape. So I think I'm actually going to make this even further over. Like it's up on top of that ledge. And I'm going to use this a little better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one go back this way and become a foot underneath it and see if that works. Okay, that's definitely more of a cut corner. So we need to go a little further in, I think, and a little further forward. There we go. Yeah, those kind of interact. I didn't even look at that. That's not too good. Okay, well, I don't like that at all. If it were to come all the way up and cut into it here, that would be fine. But this piece is definitely much worse now that it's in this position. So I'm going to bring it back over. And we'll figure out how to fit it in. But basically something like that here would be cool with a door frame piece. You see what I mean? I think that because I've got this door frame, I got it poking out so far, it might have to be like almost flush. Because that adds to the door frame. Okay, I'm seeing what needs to happen. This needs to like come out from behind that, if it's going to be there at all. Assuming it's going to be there at all, it can't cut into that piece. Or I need to move this piece or adjust it. Which I could do. Like, I could scale this thing down a bit. And it would be fine. I just kind of like how they interplay into that column. Let's go ahead and copy this over too. This is a guide for that one. So I can snap it in the middle here. And then unselect that and delete the one that was over here. So now we're cleared up. And then I might do more of a simple door frame. Like if I do, like I was going to do, I went and grabbed this one. I could just do this door frame. And it does add a little angle into it. And it might even be cheaper. I'm not actually certain, like as far as budget is concerned. It might actually be cheaper to use this. It scales up with you, so like, it's just annoying that it scales in both directions in this particular case. Okay, height is going to be 24, I believe. Does it have a snap in the middle? Can I... No, not that it's going to let me see. Let's see. By the way, I see we got some people in here. Y'all want to see something real quick? I scripted it. It now moves. I can show you all the script too if you want me to. So basically that thing's going to move over this entire swampland and be the reason for the swamp, you know. And then of course these heaters, which I'm probably going to make them orange and put some kind of energy that makes them radiate heat. I think you can make a warbly kind of steam-like heat effect coming off of them. Whereas these are going to be, you know, less, like possibly yellow instead of orange to act like they're not like they're not hot, you know, because they're broken because this piece fell on this side and messed up. I also have not anchored that thunder, that lightning into anything up top. It just sort of strikes and at the very top it's just coming from nothing. So either I'm going to have fog up there that's going to make it like it's coming out of the fog, or I'm not going to have, or I'm going to adjust the lighting in some way just to make it fit better. But anyway, let's remove these actually and just like work on this a little better. Let's see. If I go wider, how wide is this? We're looking at... Okay, I'll go down to 38, because I'm sure it's a multiple that's more solid. I'm sure it's not like a... Okay, you know what? This needs to be 0, and that way we'll know exactly where it is. And then this one can just come out here and find the correct spot. And then apparently our z-axis is not correct. We're going to bring it up by 3, and then bring this up by... well, let's bring it up until the bottom disappears. Okay, the bottom disappeared. Now let's see if it's smooth. Okay, it's smooth to run over. Cool. Awesome. And we have our water right up to it. Let's actually bring it a little further back. And then we're going to put our energy barrier in the middle of it. Let's see how that looks. We gotta go... not structures. Effects. Energy... Energy... Pane. Where is it? It's energy pane, right? No, that's the other kind. Energy barrier. There we go. I was trying to figure out where it was, but I went too far. Okay, so then this can go down here, and it might need to scale up to be correct. Let's see. I'm going to grab that one, and then this one, and then I'm going to hit enter, 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 and now it should be perfectly aligned with the door frame. Well, the door frame's origin point, which apparently is not as centered as I thought it was going to be. Oh no, this thing's, the bottom of it is its energy point. Okay, or is its own origin point. So I'm going to have to copy it and then weld that to that energy point. That means it's going to be in the exact right spot. Okay, cool. Alright, and then we scale it up just a tiny bit to put it inside the wall. And now we've got that. And then the water wants to be right up against that energy. to give us the idea that the energy is holding back the swamp for this little area between. Just on the other side, just like that. So that it looks like there's water right outside the energy barrier. Now I like that, but I kind of feel like these should be flooded. Like, it'd be a lot more clear that that's what's going on if this area, if the water was even higher. And if I could put another water plane flat here. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and make this one much small. Why won't it scale? I got to go to those directions because it's kind of a little bit buggy sometimes. There we go. And then we flip it this way. And we put it down in here. Oh, is this one of the... Oh, this is... I just realized. Water plane reactive. We don't need a reactive one for the edge of that. So that will cost us more. I think the reactive one is more expensive. So if we go biomes, water, and just do water plane, this one will look like water, but we don't need this one to react to. Because the splashing will happen with the other one. So we'll need that one. Okay, so then we're gonna have to put it just... We're gonna twitch it and tweak it until we get it right. Okay, so this would be... Okay, yeah, we want the energy to be flowing in front of it. That one. Looks pretty good. Okay, hold on. I might need to go under the water now and grab it. Oh, right. I almost forgot that the energy barrier does not need to be... Oh, you know what? Let's just grab this one and move it back more, because I like the distance between the energy barrier here. So let's just do that. There we go. Okay, it's got a bit of a lip on it. Let's go... 2. Nope. 3. I had to swap out my keyboard, so I hope it's not too loud for everybody. Alright, there we go. That's going to be really cool. You're going to go out into the water and it's going to start splashing. You're going to come in here and it's immediately going to stop. I'm debating if I want vehicles to be able to make it through. That might be the question. Like, if this is just for pedestrians, then that would actually work. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. I was really debating whether or not I wanted that. I mean, like this path, you know? Like, I've been debating back and forth about whether or not I want this path to be open, or if I want it to be something you flip a switch and, like, the barrier changes color and, you know, allows people through. But I think this would be cool. You know what else might be cool? If there's a teleporter that had a receiver right here, and instead of doing the door like this, I make it to where there's a teleporter receiver. That might be interesting. I have some things to think about. Because I like teleporters, but I hardly ever put them in my maps right now. And I just haven't thought to put them into most of my maps. But yeah, the water looks like it's going to be deeper over here, so that means I probably want to make it deeper over here than I actually currently have it. And so, yeah, I'm going to have to make it... I'm going to have to adjust both of them. But I think... What do you guys think about teleporters? Chat. What do you guys think about teleporters? Because I'm really strongly considering putting one in this map. But, I don't know, I'm just like... I don't know if I want it for sure in this map, you know what I mean? -10. That should put it right in the right spot over there. And then, of course, there's going to be snow drifts that are once again going to end right at the energy field. It's going to be a little hole between the two sides of the map, you know? Oh, you know what? Let me put my little feet, little footies over here. It snaps right to there. This nice little shape. There we go. So it's going to be affecting the shape of the interior. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. I think maybe I need to bring it in just enough that that's not visible and makes it go flush with the wall right there. But at the same time, that kind of does create, like, the Forerunner walls, the actual Forerunner wall objects might fit there really nicely. Like, look, watch. Go in here to Forerunner walls. The Forerunner wall object has a foot on it, just like that. You see what I mean? If I were to put a Forerunner wall here as my wall piece, to put the good lines on it and everything like that, I could theoretically do it in such a way that the foot, that it fits onto there pretty well. I'm trying to think of if I can do that in a way that actually works, but this isn't terrible, but like you can kind of see that what I mean, like the problem is that that part that goes up higher doesn't, I was hoping to get to go straight into it, but that would require me to like, I mean, I guess what I could do is make it come down into that. You know what I mean? Like this. Like that kind of thing. And then there. Yeah, now it looks like a repeating kind of pattern that's intentional. Yeah. And it blends into that thing. That's kind of cool. Of course, this thing, you know, this piece is sort of in the way for it to show how well it's going to look, or how good it's going to look, but I think that I could do something like that. Another possibility, and this is what, you know, is I use the corner piece, and I probably will do that. Oh, this one doesn't have the upward slope. Okay, okay, that works. Never mind. Yeah, this other wall piece can go. If I scale this thing up to be this piece, then it's going to have a slope that turns and goes into the other one. Like that, right? So I don't know how tall I'm making this. I'm probably overdoing it with the height, because I'm just talking about this art and how I'm going to handle this piece whenever it becomes a problem for me later. It's not really a problem for me yet. But let's see. Okay, so that's at the ground level, and then that would be a nice... Let's see, if we go down a little lower, and then back up a little higher. There we go, now it matches. Then that line doesn't match up with that very well. I don't know. We'll figure it out. What I do know is that, like I said, yeah, I made it way too tall and I made it way too thick. I think it needs to be like... We'll just go 19 tall. And then this way. Oh, it was going in both directions. Oh no. I did double... Okay, I think it's 24. I think it's 24 if I'm not mistaken. So then I'll bring it down. But since it scales to the middle... because of the nature of this particular piece, it's, you know, it's good. It's just making a little trouble. But yeah, something like this would go very nicely with that other piece. Maybe like that. Let's see if we go higher. Whoops. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. That's scaling. I want to go higher. If I go off the ground a little bit, I'll have like a little bump there. A little like divot inward there. But then that doesn't really... I need to like line it up very precisely with the bottom of that. So maybe a 2? Yeah, I think that's pretty close. And then if I change textures, I can make that look like a continuous effect. But yeah, I'll have to play around with that a little bit whenever I get to more toward the art phase. But we're definitely looking like a good solid, you know, decision there. And yeah, okay, so I got 3 of you guys in there over on YouTube. If you guys want to tell me, if you can get into chat to tell me, what do you guys think about teleporters being here, like receiving teleporters, being inside there, and possibly being behind a door that only opens, well, it'll open from both directions. It would, basically, you'd teleport in, you'd appear inside the wall, you come over, and then the wall, I can put one of the doors that opens here, and so it'll trigger to open, and you'll come out, and be in the middle, and be in here, and then you can go out there. And then basically the sender, the teleporter, like sender, could be somewhere in the base. I could find a place to put it, or I could make it to where the sender's out here, maybe, that sends you to the middle. And it could be that there's one, like, closer to this base, like if it's over here, and it sends you to the middle, and then the other side has one over there, and it sends you to the middle, or something to that effect. I don't know. It's a debate. I would love to see what you guys think about it. Let's see. I always ask the questions and then people leave. They're like, oh, I didn't know I was going to have to do homework by jumping into this stream. Oh, man. So maybe I shouldn't ask questions. I should just show you guys what I'm going to do. I should tell you what I'm going to do. But who knows. Let's see. Because whenever I ask the questions, everybody just leaves. Let's see. But anyway, the snow drifts. I do have the idea for the terrain. By the way, some of the leakers are saying that it probably... Why'd the music go? That's kind of quiet. The people are saying that it's very possible. The music did not. Oh, there it is. Is that the leakers are saying that we probably won't get the ice terrain with the next update, which is the snow terrain, which was, you know, what I was going to replace this. I was going to move this entire map into the snow one later on, so that was going to be kind of a thing. It would have been cool. But it's, you know, neither here nor there, I guess, at this point. Okay, so what I want to do is get these kind of, you know, whoops, by getting these sheer cuts on the terrain, right? There aren't a lot of pieces that have that, right? And then I'm going to bury that. I'm going to use that as the sheer edge, and then I'm going to put a rock on top of it. That's going to have the snow sound whenever you walk on it. So the purpose is to try and just make it look like the edge of what would happen. And then of course I'm going to, if this energy barrier were holding the snow out, but allowing people in. You see what I mean? So I think that I need to work on scale here, because this is trying not to touch exactly right. Okay, so I need this to be like 0.92. Yeah, now the energy is right at it. And then what I do is I make this look like a snow tuft, right? I can do snowman, snow, I think. I thought there was snow in here, or did we just set something to white? It's been a while since I was doing snow. Clay sheared is right, it's all scrapey. Yeah, I remember that one. Alright, well what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to use this rock. That looks pretty good, like weird, like there's going to be a weird interaction between this energy barrier and the snow itself. So I am going to use this rock and I'm just going to make it white looking. And then I'm going to do the same here. And I'm just going to do the same here. And then I'm going to put my rock, because this is all going to be obscured. That doesn't need to look good yet. So because I want the sound effect, I want this. This like sound rather than this conk 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 sound. So regular terrain sounds like, you know, like I'm on rock or on grass. But then if I come up here, or like dirt rather, if I come up here. Actually that sounds, yeah, this one sounds like more like snow. More like a more like a shuffle, you know? So that's what I'm hoping to get over here. And that's the idea. So if I grab something like this, and I'm going to figure out which shape is actually best for this, I'm going to hide this terrain inside of a snowdrift that looks like a pile of snow, right? So I can get my texture, but then also have this flat shape there. And hopefully that works. I might have to play around with which one I'm going to use, though. Definitely need to flip this over more cleanly. Okay, so let's go with that. That looks like a good angle. And then I just gotta... Why is it not scaling? Oh, there it goes. It's acting really weird. Alright, this is definitely not the one. Alright, let's see if we can find a different rocks. Glacier. Find one that has... Oh, you know what? This one has a flat bottom anyway, doesn't it? No, but it's close. Okay, so yeah, if I put this into the ground, I can actually... Well, let's make it smaller first. And we'll flip it over. Let's use the more detailed side. Right? We can align the bottom of this with that. This might just work on its own. I might just use this. And delete the terrain entirely, because... I don't know. Let's see. Let's try some different angles with this piece. Like I think like this side, for example, is perfect for this side because it slopes downward as it goes away from the wall there. And it kind of implies that the energy barrier can cause it to melt in weird ways because it's not perfectly flat. But we can also make it flatter by flattening the actual shape, because that means everything gets a little closer together. And then we can bring it up, and it'll create this sort of like almost funnel effect on this side. And that looks good. That's clinging there. And then you can almost get like a height. I think that's a little too rough. But we can get like 5-degree angle to make it a little smoother. Yeah. You can actually get a bit of a height on that side if you go against the water side. And we could theoretically twist this one as well to get a similar effect that actually needs to be scaled down a bit. Yeah, I like that a lot more. Let's just do that. We'll do these two rocks, and we'll do it like this. And we will also want this to be flatter. I can line that up perfectly with that part. Just need to figure out where it needs to be. Actually, that would be perfect if I just drag it in. Finally saw the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm just gonna say I liked it. I do think that it's like Halo 2. Its ending goes into the next one, so it's not a spoiler, but just prepare yourself. It's going to do that to you. That's the only thing I have to say. I don't want to spoil anything like beyond just saying that one little thing, but yeah, that looks great. And then on the inside, it's like the snow just ends there, and I think that's a good thing. That's not good. Huh. I don't like that. I think this needs to be thinner, and so does this one, so that it blocks that. Okay, let's do that. Meow meow. Hey, Ginger Source Rex, how's it going? Let's see. What if we go with on our Y? And we bring this in a little better. What is going on? Oh my gosh, is this not... I thought this one's positioning was centered so that if I set the location on the Y to 0, that it would be accurate. But unfortunately, apparently the center of this piece is not centered. Yeah, okay, well... That's interesting. We're going to bring this all the way in, though, and worry about that in a second. It's off by almost 0.5. Not quite. I think I need to bring it back down to there. Yeah, that's about right. So then I need to bring this... Oop, that's not it. This in a little more. I might bring it to there. Oh, to 30, 31. That looks good. Let's see. Which also means that this needs to go up. What did I just do? Oh, I thought I was undoing, but I was rotating wrongly. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And then, where's my... There it is. Okay. And then on the x-axis, we need this to be like 10, maybe? Okay, it might need to be 11. That's pretty darn perfect. Okay, so that means that this thing is going to be a little different, and actually it's going to be so much farther over here that the angle that it creates was going to play really nicely with this one. So this is actually less of a problem now. It's more nice. Let's see, I think it's 11, right? 11. Nope. Was it... What did I say to? I thought it was 11. It is 11. What is happening? Are these towers somehow not right? That would be unpleasant. If these aren't centered, that would definitely explain what's going on here. But that would mean that this is not. Ooh, that's touching. And that's not. Okay. Yeah, okay, these towers are a little off. Alright, I gotta fix that. Let's see. Where's... Oh, is the... No, the center point is in the center. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab all of this. Ooh, boy. That's all still a prefab. Okay, I'll break that apart. What I'm gonna do is grab this first, and then... Oh my gosh, quit unselecting. There we go. And then grab all of these and prefab them together to make our tower easy to position. So we've got it at Y is 27.95. This one is at minus 27.05. So it's off by 0.9. That's almost off by a whole one world unit. So that explains that. And then we're going to prefab all of these. And now we can just copy this one and then put that in here as a negative, Control V. And these will actually be farther apart from one another than these two, for example. But the reason that the width of them is based on this shape. So it's okay if these are slightly wider across from these, because I don't think that's going to be an issue. And I realize now that what's going on is that I sent based on the center of this object, and whenever I moved it over there, I set its horizontal. Oh, it's horizontal is set to 4.42. Okay, so now that should be a little more centered. That's so weird. That doesn't make any sense. I just realized, like, the center of this building is supposed to be centered. Like, hold on. That to here. Okay, hold on. So that piece, negative 88.8. Okay, my structure over here is not centered or something. Is that true? I could have sworn it was, and if it isn't, then that means this one also is not centered. Whew, that's going to be a big thing to fix later. Okay, this one is 83.3 and 88.8. So yeah, these entire buildings are apparently off. I'm going to just prefab them entirely out and move them over to the center. That's a little weird. But they're basically closer to this base than to that base. So that's a problem. We definitely need to be able to, you know, fix that. Okay, well, for now everything else is well centered, so I just need to fix these pieces. Okay, so this one is now prefab, that one's now prefab and is moved over. Hello. My daughter's down there trying to eat the arm of my chair. Let's see. Alrighty. This room is baby-proof. So she just crawls around down on the floor while I'm streaming. Let's see, so 27.95. So yeah, I just have to erase this and put in a 9 and boom, we're good. And now the door frames should align correctly, which is good because that means this. That still doesn't explain why. Oh, I see. And then that explains why this. So this one was centered, but it looked like it wasn't centered because this piece wasn't centered. Okay, so the piece isn't broken, and it needs to be brought back out wider. Now the question is, how much wider should I go? That's pretty good. I like that a lot. And I don't think I want to go any wider, but I definitely don't know if I like these holes in the corner. You know what I mean? So, like, going wider like this might be a good thing. Is this the one that can go, that actually can change this way? No, it's not. I hate that. They didn't let it scale the other direction, too. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go with a 4 here. So it's 0.2 on both sides. That's not bad. In fact, it looks kind of good, you know, unless you like zoom in really close to it and try to observe it. Too close. And that fits pretty nicely. Yeah, I like that. So, once you're standing in here, you're going to see the snow ending right there, and you're going to see the water just held at bay there, and it's going to look all gnarly and green because that's not the water we're going for. We're going for this kind of gnarly green swamp water style of thing. So that's going to be, let's see, there, right up until the edge. And then flip it around and do it right up until the edge over here. So we can get some really nice weed-covered swamp water inside there. Ooh, I did not raise those up. They just need to be raised up a lot. That one, and there's the other one. Let's see. Oop, that seemed like I had it for a second. Oh, come on now, quit shoving me. I'm not colliding with anything, and it doesn't matter because I am a monitor. You should be allowing me to collide with things. Okay, I need to remove that water from it. Oh, here we go. I can just grab it over here. That was not it either. Don't grab that. Alright, I'm gonna have to grab that thing after. Let's see. Let's go with the Z-axis. I'll do them individually. There, it makes them look nice and wet whenever they're right below the water level. Okay, is this the other one? Oh, wait. I should have been able to see. Moss patch large. There we go. And then... Oh, you know what? I'm going to grab that one. And then now I can find the moss patch large. There we go. And then we go to the Z-axis and double hit enter, and it should bring it up to the same level. Perfect. Nice, swampy, nasty water right outside our door. Versus nice, snowy terrain the other direction. I like this a lot. And I am actually leaning toward the idea of a teleporter receiver here, but I don't know where to put the cinder. That's the one question. Which might mean that I need to figure out a place to put it in here. Like, it could be up here. It could be on, like, a platform in the middle, maybe. It could even be down here. Instead of putting the flag down here, I could put the cinder there. Or it could just be right here. Okay, so we do have a... What's going on there? That's not right. Wait a minute. I'm confused. This is all right, but this feels like it got moved up. Hold on. Hold the phone. What's going on? Let's see it over here. No, it looks right over here. I thought I had that in the ground a bit, but I guess not. I mean, I don't hate that shape. It looks pretty good. I probably will bring that all the way to the edge there, you know, to line up with that, but I don't know. Looks a little weird. But yeah, a little teleporter cinder right there might be good. Or something to that effect. But I also like the idea of them being out in the world, out here somewhere. We'll just have to figure that out. It could be up on top the base, now that I think about it. Like, if there was a... Ugh. So torn. Like, I didn't have an idea to put one in while I was placing these buildings, like building the building how it is. So now I don't feel like I have a place for it. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to place something like that if you don't build an alcove for it, and it needs to be a centralized alcove, like something right in the middle, or else it's not right. You know what I mean? So like the only way to do it would probably be to extend this out a little bit in the middle, which would be fine. Like if there's like a little box poking out that like you go into here and like if the flag was right there or something like that, like the plate was there and then there was a teleporter behind it and the gaps are on the side and then the hole was up top so you could grapple shot into it from behind the base like that, then yeah, I think that would work. I'll just have to do a redesign of that sometime just to give myself a cinder. But in the meantime, this is just a passageway between the two sides, but I don't want vehicles getting through. Maybe warthogs or something like that at most. So now I gotta find a good object. Probably in Forerunner. And I'll probably replace some of these with MP versions, by the way. I'm just putting in the normal ones right now. But like if I put something like this in the middle as a little pylon coming up out of the middle, it could have this like projector sort of grip here with these pieces that kind of with that, you know? And it'll come through with a cool like detail. Or I could flip it around and do it from the inside, but I think on the outside is best because it's such a really narrow passageway anyway. And there's also, like I said, an MP version of this one, which actually looks much better. Let's do that one. Let's just start with the MP version because I know I don't want the I don't like how the textures are wrapped on this thing. Like I hate how rough this looks all the time. So I prefer to use this one. Let's see, if I go through, and it's huge, it's too much. But if it looks like it's part of the door frame, let's see. Would it be a good idea to go all the way to the top and make it like two different doors on the sides? I don't know. Definitely not that high, but maybe like that. It seems a little odd. Ooh, that's kind of cool, but let's see. We'll go center at 0 there. Yeah, see, like, that's kind of cool having, like, poking through there, but then, like, the energy barrier there. I kind of like that. But I think that the scale is a little too much still. Like, I feel like something's wrong here, and I don't like that it goes all the way to the top. I think I want it to be like an island in the middle of the sea of energy barrier. You see what I mean? Let's go all the way up until the... Ooh, that looks good. Having that on the ground there. Okay, yeah, we're going to scale it down and then have that slope on the ground. I like that. It's like a foot. Let's see. Okay, we're definitely going to need to make it much more precise. Like half? Yeah, there we go. I just realized I didn't pay attention to how it's flowing. Are both of them flowing up? Yeah, they're both flowing up. Okay, good. See, so that foot is cool. I like that. It's going up and not all the way to the ceiling. And it's blocking vehicles. Now, I may be able to get a warthog through there. So maybe I need to put, like, 2 of them and allow the center to be like a walkthrough. You see what I mean? Like, if I go like this, right? And then we'll go on the horizontal, we'll go -10. And then we'll copy it and go 10. But then we'll grab these 2 and we'll hit enter on the yaw and delete the middle one. That's making the middle way too wide. 10 is too much. We'll go with -8 and 8. That might make the middle still too wide. I'm not sure. Like that. If they came in from above, would that even be better? Now that I think about it. Let's do that and see how that looks. Like if they were up here. Actually. Would that look cool? It kind of does, but it doesn't fit the frame. You see what I mean? So I feel like the frame either needs to be taller and go all the way up there and be less important. Like if the little tiny angles that are on there were less important because they were all the way up there. So the frame itself would feel larger, so those pieces would feel like they're smaller pieces of it. Then it might actually fit the frame pretty well. Basically, these are so vertical that it makes the frame, it dwarfs the frame and makes it feel a little odd. And of course dwarfs the energy barrier and makes it feel a little odd. But in the meantime, let's, did I go 3 and then go back to? No, yeah, I did. I got it back to normal. Cool. Okay, and then we need to snap this to the same spot, if it will let me. Come on now. Let's go there. There we go. And then grab this one's, it is at 575. So 5.75. Let's see what that looks like with them on both sides. Definitely looks interesting. Feels a little strange, but it kind of reminds me of Sidewinder. You know what I mean? I don't know if you... Oh, right! Oh, man, I came over here and I started building it over here when I haven't replaced the frame on that side. So the frame over there is wider than this side, and I haven't adjusted the... Oh, man, that experimentation was all kind of useless. I need to bring them closer, because look how bad they are over here. Now I need to go like this, and that means they need to be at 9, at 7, which is the perfect number, so it's the number of completion, so there you go. That feels a little better, actually. It's got the energy barrier in the middle, you can go through the middle, and there we go. I might need to make it even more so, but let's just go -8. And... Oh, sorry. It's supposed to be 7. It was already at -8. I replaced -8 with -8. -7. There we go. Now it's nice and tight. I think a Warthog would not be able to get through there, but I'm going to actually playtest that. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to get it started. We're going to see that that's moving now, which is really dope. Which I've shown off several times already, but, you know, you weren't here, Gingersaurus Rex, so, yeah. That thing is moving now, and actually watering, you know, it's like a big ol' sprinkler. It's like a moving sprinkler, watering the swamp side of the map. And then now we're going to see what this Warthog can do in that middle gap. It looks like I got it right. Let's see. Yeah, can't quite get through. Now I bet if you were to like flip on your side you could get through, and that would be fine, but I can actually put a vehicle blocker inside of there and just say, yeah, no vehicles can't get through. But I do think a mongoose can get through, and I think that'd be kind of cool if mongooses could get through, because that means if you're like capturing if you have the flag and someone's chasing you and you've got a mongoose, and if you've got the flag and you're riding on a mongoose and your driver gets like, oh no, they're shooting at us, they could like pull in here and cross over to the other side really quickly, and it would be a really, you know, big brain move for the mongoose driver. So I think that's a good idea. Let's see. Let's go to the Y and snap it, or slap it in over here, I mean. Boom. Now that is the correct width. And then this piece, the X needed to be 11. And this piece needs to flip around first. And the X needs to be 11. And now the door frame is the same width on both sides. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. And these boxes in the middle are for construction right now, but eventually they'll be gone and the mongoose will be able to make it through. Those boxes are not a final object. But a weapon spawn in the middle here would be really cool. Possibly a power weapon, since it puts you right out in the open. Like, where are you going to go? You know what I mean? You got to come out and then like find and run to the nearest cover. So like a rocket launcher in the middle, that would be a really good move, I think. And in which case teleporters should probably be somewhat hard to get to. I'm not sure exactly where. I'm still wondering where I should put them. For example, it could be right here. If I put energy coming out of there in an invisible teleporter, then that little light could be like the teleporter light. And you could like go around it, you know what I mean? And then like you'd be coming up the bridge and then go and teleport, and you'd be down inside the bridge all of a sudden, right? And you'd emerge. Where is it? Yeah, right here. You'd emerge suddenly down here. So you'd like sort of like, it'd be like a height cancel, but it would immediately teleport you down that far across the bridge. So like if the enemy is up here and you're shooting it, you're like having a firefight with them, you could duck back into the teleporter and get out of the way really quickly and end up down here. And then you could end up getting the rocket launcher. And if you have the grapple shot, you might be able to come back up and grapple shot and come at them from behind and rocket them before they even know you've done it. And so there's some pretty cool plays, I think, that could be done with this, with the way that this is set up. I'm beginning to I'm running out of room here. Yeah? She's like, let's see, forward, let's go bring this down to 17. That should go, nope, that was the wrong direction. Horizontal, there we go. So I want to bring it down by 6 is what I'm trying to do. So 40... what was that? 5? It was at 1, so 45. Let's see if that's a good positioning. Nope, that is not a good positioning. It's like clipping through. We're going to bring it back down by another 4. Wait, did I do 6? Why did I do 6? I meant to do 8. Okay, well, let's do 8 now. Okay, that's still not good. Let's go another 2. We'll go, it's like we moved it down, moved it. Nope, still needs to go down by another 2. Okay. Now it's not clipping in anymore. The area is a little bit tighter. So I'm beginning to look at this and think that either I can tighten this. Like, there's no need for this to be this wide. You see how you're not really coming up in the middle of it? Well, you're close to the middle of it, but not by much. Not exactly in the middle of it. But basically, it throws you up and then throws you forward, though. So you actually end up standing right here in between these two covers. So I don't need this to be this long. And what I can do is actually move this way and put something else there. What I could do is actually use the art for this to do that. So where's the Forerunner light? It's gonna be an L, light bridge emitter. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Let's put this down here and snap it to there. And that will make it to where it looks like it's emitting the energy from here. But it does feel a little bit like the energy... I think the energy needs to visibly be lower, even though the barrier isn't lower, because look, the energy is kind of coming out of the metal, and I need to be coming out of here, you know? So I need this to be a little lower. Probably 2 ticks lower. Let's see what that looks like. Still needs 1 more tick lower. Which means you're going to be walking above the energy that's actually there, but it will be probably still really solid. It will be solid as far as like walking is concerned, but the question is if it's going to look okay. Because you're going to be... I haven't held down the back button, so I'm going to fall through, but if I hold on the back button and then walk over there, what will it be like? Yeah, this doesn't feel weird. It doesn't feel weird how low it is. But this does feel a little strange on how wide it is. I think it needs to come in and touch like that. So let's go a little bit wider until it touches just right. Because with this bridge, some of these areas like this, I might actually just put a floor texture onto it and then change its thickness and adjust like that. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then I need something to like receive it on that end, which will probably be just another one of these. But it'll be on this end so that I can adjust differently. And I'll need to make a gap there, inside there, but yeah. Visually though, that kind of matches the hole that I'm going for in the ground. But what I was saying was I need this to be thinner, right? Because there's going around this feels awkward, and I feel like it needs to be farther in. So if I go to there, hold on, we gotta prefab this and then just do it on a, you know, clicking, like a little adjustment there. That feels like a little better. Come up here, these are like a frame, you can go into them or not, and then you come around here. Do you guys think I should actually put... yeah, I think I should. These are just in the way. I think, here's what I need to do. I think I know exactly what I need to do. I was about to ask a question, but I think I'm just going to show you what I'm thinking. No, not that piece. It's not that one's been adjusted on size. I forget where one is that isn't adjusted on size. Nope, not there. Up here, maybe? Oh, right here. Right inside of here. That one. There we go. So, that way I don't have to go finding it in the menus, but it ended up taking long enough that didn't really matter. But yeah, so if that snaps to there, and this is moved out onto the platform, you know what I mean? Then I think that might be for the best. In which case, what I could do is even do this, which would be pretty cool, to have it sort of framing this piece. I feel like that's very... Whoa, why do I have no weapon? There we go. It's very Halo 1 style, I think, to have just this random, like, frame piece that's sort of... Ooh, that makes you be able to go down there really easy. There's a place in Halo 1 that's just like that, but has, like, glass, so you have to, like, shoot the glass and it breaks and you can hop down. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay, cool. Yeah, so then that means these can be adjusted out here and made to fit this. You see what I mean? Not exactly there. I think if there was a spot right there to magnet to, it'd be perfect. Like right in the middle on this side, it would magnet to like that. It'd be perfect. That's not what we're going for. Is there a middle piece? No, there's not a middle piece. Okay. Well, what I need is a square piece. So a square piece has different magnets. One in the very middle, for example. And what I can do is I can then magnet this piece to the middle piece. Like that. And then that... No, that's not quite right. Alright, well, I will just figure this out then a little better. We'll just position it and then turn off snapping. And then go up so that it touches like that. And that should work perfectly. So over here, there's a grav lift, and if you're trying to use this as cover, you might accidentally launch yourself off. So it's not actually an ideal place to use as a as a spot. But I could theoretically also put a man cannon here that launches you over there, which would be a cool way to go from the middle to laying siege to the base from a totally different angle really quickly. And that also would allow you to attack the sniper, so I don't hate that either. That's actually kind of a good idea. Are you okay, Gwenny? Yeah. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna go 5. Nope, not 5. Yeah, 5. And then I'm going to bring this back down to 0 because I think I can. That might align now. No, let's go 1 that way. And then we'll rearrange this a little bit because it got off-center now. Perfect. And then I need to figure out this exact kind of positioning to mirror to there, which means I'm going to do the XY thing, and I'm going to have to figure out the correct rotation, which is negative 150. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to figure this out. Because I did a proper... I didn't track it. That was dumb of me. Okay, so what I did was, I think what I did was 5 to the left, 1 to the right. Was that correct? Is that going to look right? If I snap them together, does that look right? That does look right. I believe that is what I did. I think I did remember it. I just was afraid I didn't. That is not right. Where did this thing snap to on the other side? Oh boy, what did I snap it to before? Hey, PTSD machine, how's it going? Let's see. We are currently working on the on this one. Okay, hold on. What is going on here? This should be... Okay, I think I know what's going on. I need another one of these to gap this correctly. A little like gauge to gap this correctly. No. Okay, something happened weird. Snap to there, thank you, and then select this one and snap it to there. Now it should be centered on the column. Yeah, that looks much better. Which also means, is this going to the right spot now? Looks good. So check this out, PTSD machine. Oh, the grav lift is in the wrong spot still. Okay, so look, I got it scripted. It's now moving. So that thing is going to go all the way down this path to the other side and then come all the way back. I haven't gotten it to where the little area down there, I haven't made it and then made it delete as it goes over the building yet. So right now it's just set up to where it won't flow. It won't rain inside the building, but it doesn't look like it's raining all the way to the ground yet because I haven't put that other one yet. And I haven't programmed it to where the water starts pouring down properly yet. But it is moving and that's really cool. Very excited. Let's see. So if I break this back out and grab that one, then this one, and I say on the location, like that and like that, right? And then I go up here, I deselect that, go here, and then I take away the negative. And it should be exactly the same spot over there. This is not in the same spot as this one though. So I select both of those, and enter there, and now it is, and there we go. Little mirror. I think that's better to have them like that than to have them the way I had it before, where they were like in the middle of the bridge. And I'm liking the idea, like I was saying a second ago. Oh dang, that's pretty neat. Yeah, I'm really excited. And then basically what I want to do is, what I need to do is basically script that to move into the wall. I'm not going to make it delete. I'm going to make it move into the wall, and the reason is because that's going to make it slowly fade away as it disappears, rather than just blink and it's gone. You know what I mean? So, and that's also going to happen with this rain, and then it means it will technically continue to make sound for people inside the building. But yeah, basically I might need to make this wall a little thicker right here, but I'll just put some kind of detail work there to like sort of give you a bit of cover behind it. That'll basically envelop it, because you can already see that there was a little bit of rain poking through the wall. So if it comes in through that wall, it'll look a little weird. But yeah, basically if I add a little bit of cover there and a little cover down here, I think it'll look fine. Or I could delete the raindrops part, fade them both in there and delete the raindrop part a little bit into that or something like that. But basically the idea is that, yeah, as soon as that, whenever it's over here and over there, it won't be pouring down looking, which is going to be cool. Also, this is what I did earlier. I finally added a little gate in the middle. Vehicles can't get, well, warthogs and I don't think ghosts can get through. Mongooses can probably get through. But while you're in here, look, the water is like up against the energy barrier and stopped. I need to move that. And the snow is right up against the energy barrier and then just sort of stopped. So it's kind of cool. Let me move that little piece there, though, if it will. Forerunner, water plane. Nope, that's not what I want. Water plane, Forerunner beam, water plane. Oh gosh, it's gonna let me select the thing. Wait, it did for a second. Moss, yes. That's it? Or is it the other moss? Oh no, it's the other moss. Okay, well, let's get this moss then. Let's see if it will. Oop, there was for a second. There it is. Wait, that's water plane. Wait, where'd it go? Oh boy, is that the same one? Yeah, it's the same one. What the heck? Why won't it let me select this one? Like, it's right here. I might need to, like, do this later whenever I can, like, after I quit and come back in. Streaming right now, got you tabbed up. Oh, cool. Hey, welcome. Yeah, I see what you mean. That's awesome. Yeah. So that's going to be kind of cool. I'll fix that later whenever I can actually select it. It probably will require me to do that after I have... My computer's got a fan that's making that tick 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 noise. Whenever I can actually select it. If I save and quit and come back in, it might let me suddenly start selecting it very easily. And yeah, but for now, that's all I got. Oh, you know what? I didn't adjust the settings of that piece. So now do that. And here's what I'm thinking is that now... Like, I've got those man cannons that shoot you into the middle, but I'm going to put man cannons over here so you can actually, like, launch over here and land right here, and then you can lay siege to the castle from the side. So you can quickly, like, if you manage to make it to the enemy side of the bridge, you can actually, like, use it offensively as well against their own castle. But you could also use it defensively, because you could be like, oh no, they're going that way with the vehicle, they're going to, you know, capture a flag, and you can hop on here and shoot over here, and then... you know, be over here to, like, combat people. I don't know if that's definitely a good idea, but it's gonna be cool, I think. I think it might be a good idea. We'll see whenever we get into it. But I also just copied it without adjusting the setting. So this one is no longer gonna be that. There. Because that's what I did over here. But then that means that this one is also like that. There we go. And then I need to place all of these over on the other side of the map, exactly the same. They are identical because I haven't adjusted the length of these jumps because I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to adjust that in a second. But for now, we can drag these over here and snap them into the correct spot, which I believe is in line with that line. Is that right? Yeah, that line right there lines up. Cool. So then that should line up. Not just these, but also those. I can delete these old ones. And now they should... Oh, no, right. I found out these buildings are not right. This building is off-center. You see, if I go here, right, that's its origin point now. So I can check its XY coordinate. Negative 8.8 over here, though, if I click this one, it's also on the far end. And it's negative 83.02. So it's off by like 5. It's off center by like 5, which means that like this object is right in the middle. You can see like the aimer goes right up into like off center kind of thing. It's like that, and then misses the middle, and like it'll line up with that thing in the distance if I do it actually correctly, but it won't line up with the building. So yeah, I got to do some adjustments there. The whole building has to shift, and the whole building over here has to shift as well because they were both off. Apparently I just didn't center the thing whenever I copied it over to the other side. I think something about, like, I centered it off of this somehow, incorrectly. Like, that was the object I used as the main object over here. And that, I thought, was at 0, but, like, it's at, like, negative 3.02. I don't even know what I did. But that was also the explanation for why this is going so weirdly. Look at this, look at this. I got this little triangle here, right? And then the triangle is more exposed over here. And so the problem is that this piece and this piece, and this one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, are all not snapped to here correctly. Now they're correct, and the triangle is correct. But that means that here, it's terminating at the wrong spot. See? It's terminating too far out. So the way I had it before looked correct here, but it actually wasn't for the whole map, and then this is actually because the building is wrong, and I had messed up. So yeah, still trying to figure that out. Should I make this open and make the columns just be like an exposed triangle here, where like this column is like a cover? I think I might look into that whenever I start like getting this thing playable. But what I was hoping to do today is work on this area enough, that gate, and get it to where I can actually, I got the jumps, right? And I'll have that, and then I'll be able to bake AI, and then we could at least play, and I need to do spawn points and respawn points, and then at that point, we can play Fiesta on it. And then we can at least playtest Fiesta, and that'll tell us where all the best places are for different weapons, because we'll spawn in and then run over and like use a sniper rifle here or there or whatever, and like see where the most effective areas for each weapon are, and it'll help me decide where to put in all of the various spawn points for the weapons. At least that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, that's the idea. I just realized also that I should probably put these feet on all of these instead of just on these two, which might not look good over here, so I might change up the feet over here. The ones for the columns might be this one, or I might change up how those back parts of the feet are anyway, because I'm still not 100% sold on how that terminates into the wall. But once this looks like it's Forerunner metal, it might look better, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, the point is that what I need to do is have like trees and hills over here, because like I kind of started over here early at the very beginning, but I don't have that set up yet. And I need to figure out by, you know, hopping into places like this, what's a good sight line here, where should I put trees, where should I put rocks and things like that. And I think I am going to put rocks, even though this is a bog, like sort of a swamp, because the thing about it is that, yeah, it is a swamp, but it's a swamp that like the Forerunners have engineered, right? So it's not a big deal. Oh, I should make this flooded. I mean, it's raining on it all the time. Why wouldn't this little you know, area be flooded? Which means that like it could be that the Forerunner uses this as this little like trough. You know what I mean? Might have been built here intentionally as some kind of like, or something, or the people who built the structure, rather. This is going to be the old stone, right? The people who built this structure kind of built it to collect clean rainwater, right? From the Forerunner supply, so that this area, which gets all like, you know, swampy, you know, this is their drinking water, right? Or maybe their bath, who knows. But yeah, I didn't even think about that with the height of the water. I didn't even think about where it's going to collide in here, because I was just going to avoid that, you know what I mean? But yeah. Alright, okay, so this needs to get bigger, but I think it's going to scale in all directions, which is a little annoying. But the idea of it was just to, let me go back down. Let me undo that one, and bring that one back. The idea was I should be able to scale this up, like maybe equipment in both. Oh, yeah, about the weapon spawning and equipment. If you arrange them at the 4 centers of the map, I think it would be the most balanced. Like maybe equipment in both buildings and power weapons on either end of the center area. Just some thoughts. Okay, so like equipment, largely equipment in here, power weapons on the ends. Is that what you mean? I was thinking about putting, by the way, this rock isn't going to be here. I'm thinking about putting a rocket launcher in the middle here. So you're gonna have to come in here, because it's a really good like exposed spot. Like you can come out and use those as cover, but like aside from that, you're coming out and you're basically just like pretty exposed. Like this isn't actually gonna be here anyway. Like I'm not exactly sure where this is gonna be, but it's just here to currently block line of sight from tank to tank, right? Speaking of, should I have 2 scorpions on each side, or should I put wraiths on one of these sides? Oh, that's a good question. Hadn't thought of that. What do you guys think? Would wraiths be better? I think... Okay, scorpions over here, because there's height differences, so there's actually cover for the scorpions to use against one another, and cover for the vehicles to use against one another. Also, when I think scorpions and Halo 1, I immediately think of playing on a Assault on the Control Room, 2 Betrayals, and Sidewinder, which is all snow levels. So that's basically, I think of snow levels whenever I think of tanks in Halo 1. So I'm going to put the snow, or the tank basically spawn point over here in the snow section. And then over here, I'm going to put the Wraiths. I think that's a good idea, because in the Wraiths, it can be a big flat area, but the trees block Wraith blasts, right? So because they're so tall, and they can block the mortar as it's coming down. So back in Combat Evolved, even all the way back to Halo 1, that was something that you did. You'd always hide behind trees from the Covenant whenever they're shooting the plasma at you. So over here, the trees would be really great for Wraith combat, but the big open plain will be bad for Scorpion combat because there's no cover, and the Scorpions will just blow each other up immediately. But then on the other side, the cover and okay. I think this is enough. This is enough explaining. I think I've explained why I think this is a good idea enough times. Let's see. Vehicles, damaged vehicle. Classic vehicle spawn, chopper, banshee, chieftain chopper, shade turret, vehicle pad. There we go. And then I just put a Wraith on here, I think. Let's see. I was thinking on the main bridge thing going across. Then again, I don't really have a good grasp on the size of the map as well as how many power weapons you are adding. Yeah, I think the Wraiths in the swamp idea is good, because the Wraiths hover and will better maneuver the bumpy terrain. That's true. Yeah, that's true too. I didn't even thought of that. I was just thinking about like combat wise, but the terrain, you're right. That's another one. That's another really great example. Where's the front? Front. There it is. Good. I've got it oriented the correct direction. I got to snap it to the floor. I think I thought there was a magnet point on this thing, but apparently not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my blocks from the middle. I don't need like 10 of these on top of each other, so I'm just going to move it. I'm not going to duplicate it. And then I'm going to snap it here, and this is going to tell me where to... Watch this. I'm going to select that. I'm going to select this. And then I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to hit on the x-axis, that's left to right here. I'm going to hit double enter, and that's going to align this one to that one. And then now I know that it's right in the middle of the doorway. And now it's just a matter of deciding how far back I want it. Which I think I wanted it far enough back that... I wanted to kind of feel like you're moving forward before you get out of the door, so that'll be good. Also, the Wraith won't be able to immediately start shooting because they'll have to get out of the door before it hits the wall above it. But yeah. Let's do that. Let's and then I'm gonna jump into the map and show you how big the map is, because you're asking about the. You're saying, let's see, Warthog, Wasp, Wraith. There we go. Static selection enabled, and nav point on for sure. I do not want Wraiths to be spawning in and you don't know that your Wraith is available. There we go. Wraith. That's a power vehicle right there. You don't want to not know that your Wraith is there. Alright, so that's... Is my door wide enough? Just barely. Was it tall enough? It sounded like it scraped. So you could immediately start firing on one another, and if I do put a hill here, it'd actually be kind of interesting, because you'll be able to shoot over it. So that would be weird. That'd be kind of cool. Ooh, I need to do a projectile blocker right here, because if you can shoot... Is it okay that you can shoot through here? Like, if there's a tank, like, I could theoretically fire on the Wraith through here, but honestly, I mean, I could fire on the Wraith while it's on top of the hill on the other side of the map with this thing. But I'd have to know where it is. But yeah, no, I think the Wraiths and the Scorpions being able to shoot at each other, but only through this gap, is probably okay and cool. But yeah, look at it, it's right above the water. You're right. Look, the depth of the water I chose is exactly right for this Wraith. I think it would make the map a little more dynamic and interesting if you left it open to shoot through. I think you're right, yeah. And then having them just like... I think it won't be a negative thing for sure. If nothing else, it definitely won't be negative. That you can, like, it'll be kind of annoying. It'll be surprising if you're like... If you're shooting at the enemy tank like this, and then all of a sudden, go boom from the inside, you know? Be pretty dope. You can also like take out people who are going after the rocket launcher. You see what I mean? So like, maybe that is for the best. But yeah, I'm liking this a lot. Okay, yeah. In that case, let me get, oh, I was going to show you how big the map was by just driving around it. I think the Warthog is the best bet for showing how big the map is. So I'm going to use this now and see how far this goes. Not where I want it. I definitely want it to go over that little edge. And then we'll drive around in the Warthog just a little bit to show you how big. So like, this area, basically each side of the map, that was the lightning strike, each side of the map is kind of the size of a small big team battle map. of like a 16v16. You know what I mean? Like this map right here could easily be... There's a map in Halo 2 Anniversary. Hey, Regret, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. There's a map in Halo 2 Anniversary that that has like this exact size to it, I think. That I was trying to look up, but it's actually a Forge-made map. That's an official Forge-made map. And he even has like the high-low zone, but it has like a circle in the middle that's got like a ramps going up to it, so it's very different from this one. But it has around this scale, I think, from base to base. So this is kind of how big you're looking at here, right? Digging the map, I got my Onyx in snipers last night. Oh, cool. Very nice. Onyx is, yeah, that's really good for snipers. Like, to be that good at snipers is pretty solid. Oh, man, did I not? Oh, I just dragged this over here. I didn't put it in position yet. Right. So, actually, Warthogs and possibly even tanks could loop through here. So I might need to find a way to block in, to, like, cage in the tanks so that they're stuck on their sides. Because I don't want you to, like, just back up and immediately go around to the other side of the map. You know what I mean? Might be a little weird. But, yeah. So this is looking pretty cool, but you can't go down that way, so you gotta come down the slope. Wah! Yeah. Yeah, this is looking good. And again, like I was saying before, you can't get through here with a Warthog. And so, like, that cage is just for pedestrian traffic. But you can do this. You can definitely take a route here, and then go and board the bridge. And then you could even... Oh, that's weirdly positioned. I don't think that's correct. Hop over here and get inside the enemy base. I think I've got a piece here that's extra that was supposed to be deleted. Yeah, this piece is a diagonal piece, and that was a solid piece that was supposed to be deleted. Got it. Map's looking amazing. Thanks. I think you just said. I just read that. Anyway, but yeah. You got to the to Onyx and snipers is amazing. This change, right? This change needs to be copied over to the other side. Got a question. Is it possible to program equipment to vehicles like a Warthog have overshield? I wish. I also wish that there was actually something that I would love to see, is that I wish there was special equipment that was designed to be used in vehicles, or something to that effect. Or like while you're in a vehicle, it would do something different. Like if you could grapple shot from inside a vehicle and board another vehicle from, and it'll yank, but only if you're in like the side seat, right? It's like if I'm in a Warthog and I'm in this side seat. Oh, I didn't hold down the back button. Anyway, if I'm in this side seat and I've got a grapple shot, I should be able to grapple shot enemy tank and he'll yank me out of the vehicle and put me in that tank. If I'm in that side seat and I use an overshield, it should give everyone like a half overshield, right? Instead of a full overshield, everyone gets a half overshield, and it applies to everyone in the vehicle though. If I use a there could be a bunch of stuff like that. But also, they could just make a special version of Overshield that is a variant that like they're the variant weapons, the campaign variant weapons, right? They could do a different version of Overshield that's like a legendary Overshield, right? That does this. Or they could do an equipment that's like something that's like it uses the same technology as the engineers, from like Halo Reach and ODST, you know what I mean? And like it would apply the overshield to everyone in the area because you activated it, and it would maybe you'd use it and it would apply it to the vehicle you're in. So like they could do vehicle equipment specifically that while you're in the vehicle, if you press the equipment button, it would apply to the vehicle, in which case it wouldn't matter which seat you're in. But you know what I mean? Like that'd be kind of cool. I wish you could use repulsor in vehicles too, so like you can knock back, boarding people or drive another Warthog and knock it over in a drive-by. Right, or even like you look straight down, you could repulse and launch your Warthog into the air, so like you could help your ally like make a jump that they were trying to do. That would be amazing. And then there could be so many things that they could do. Repulsing, if you're in the gun turret of a tank, and you use the repulsor to repulse an enemy tank's round back at them. Or you're in a Warthog, and maybe it's just like a side seat thing only. Only in the side seat of Warthogs or the back seat of a Mongoose you can use them, right? Or vehicles that might have that, so maybe a Covenant version that has it. Because then the Warthog would be a special vehicle that has anti-tank shielding if you have a repulsor in your side seat. Both of those would be really cool. Like... It could even be something like, while you're in the seat, it doesn't come out of you, it comes out of the vehicle. So if you turn to the right far enough, it'll come out of the side, and if you look forward, it'll come out of the front. And so you've got like this like 90, like these 90-degree angles that it'll come out of the vehicle or something like that. Like there's a bunch of different ways they could design it if they incorporated that. And it would be so cool. It would just be so cool. But like, yeah, it's just something we're gonna have to live without for now and hope that they do it, because I think I either talked about it on stream or I talked about it on Twitter at some point, having some of these ideas. But some of these ideas that you guys are saying are really cool. Or a bubble shield that goes around the Warthog. Yeah! It could be a bubble shield, and whenever you use it in the Warthog, you deploy it straight into the Warthog, so the whole Warthog gets a bubble shield. So then the Warthog becomes indestructible, but the gun turret can't shoot out, because it's because it's like the classic bubble shield. You can't shoot in or out, right? So it would lock everyone inside the vehicle, but it would make them indestructible while they're moving, you know what I mean? Like Twisted Metal type vehicle action would be amazing. Exactly. It'd be super cool. I put a little spark here before I did that lightning bolt, right? But then, like, I need to make this look like it's not just a flat panel. But, like, yeah, all of this would be amazing. I wish that, like, you know, we could convince them to do this kind of stuff more easily. You know? Let's see. Not horizontal. Where's my... Do I have to do arc? Is that going to make it? No, that's not going to make it. The 2 is fine. I think I need to go forward to 170. And vertical? No. Why is that not actually getting much longer? I might need to go 180. There we go. Will that make it in? I'll go 190 just to make sure I make it in. Okay. And then I'll try that. Let's see. We need to become 343 deaths. I know, right? Let's see. Oh, that slides you all up against the wall. Okay, I'm gonna do 170. This would just be really... I think these would be really cool ideas. And it plays into what's already in the game, right? Like the vehicle equipment, stuff like that. I personally think it should be when you're holding an equipment, it does something special to, you know... while you're... If you're holding an equipment and you're in a vehicle, it does something special. It could also, though, be that that they could play with the idea of just having special vehicle equipments, which would be like a weapon, an equipment that you would place on the ground next to a vehicle on your map, right? Yeah, that's not far enough. I think what I need to do is, actually this might be good, but I think I need to do more of an arch, so that it doesn't... I need to go to 1 on the arch, so that you land solidly instead of continuing to slide. I think that's gonna work. Regret, I can't help but agree with you, but I don't think Halo can handle that much awesomeness, right? There we go. Okay, that's a little better, and I don't slide too much. Okay. The other one, I like it being that flat, but this one I think I need to be a little higher, a little more like this with the archway. Okay, 178. There we go. But yeah, no, I think that would be really cool and amazing. And, yeah. There we go. That is just the right setting. Okay, cool. So then I need to copy these settings. -32, 178, and 1. I think are the 2 things I need to change. Yeah. Control V, enter, and 1 enter. There we go. And then I'll do these as well. Control V, enter, and 1 enter. Control V, oop, that's the 1. And then Control V, enter. There we go. So now you can get on there. And that actually over here in the swamp side is really important because you can't get on top of that wall from below, right? That's like that one's like a castle wall over there. Over here, it's part of the path, you know what I mean? So I think this is going to be a good... I think those Gravelos, those man cannons are really solid. I still haven't decided on where to put the teleporter, though. If I do the teleporter at all, and have you emerge from these doors, right? Then I can have you come in here and grab the rocket launcher. Yeah, I don't know. If you could use equipment in a vehicle, then Mint Blitz would have a party with that. I know! Can you imagine what Mint Blitz would do? But, like, yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know. It would just be really cool. Let's see. I'm thinking, what's the other equipment? What are we missing? Just so we can brainstorm this a little bit because it's fun. Let's see. Equipment. You've got the classic equipment spawn. Why is that classic? I just want equipment dispenser. So that I can go down here. Spawn properties. Let's see. Legendary variants. Static selection. There we go. You've got custom... Okay. Drop wall. would be really cool if you could drop that on the front of the Warthog. Like if you use it inside a Warthog or inside a vehicle, if it dropped it on the dashboard and created an energy shield basically on the front, and you could shoot through it with the gun turret, and then later if they added in the bubble shield again, it could drop down and make it to where you can't shoot out from the gun turret, but it does protect everyone else. It does protect the entire vehicle. So then it becomes a purely defensive moving Warthog. Let's see, grapple shot we talked about. It'd rip you out of the vehicle and let you board other vehicles, or like just get up onto a cliff as you pass by or something like that. Let's see, repulsor, obviously we talked about. Shroud screen would be cool too. Maybe, I mean, I was gonna say maybe that would be like the bubble shield, but it wouldn't really, because you could still rocket launcher straight in there. I'm not sure what the shroud screen would do other than make a bubble on top of you like the bubble shield. Here's the shroud screen. The shroud screen is preparing for whenever they add the bubble shield, because then they could just use the same code to make it stick to the vehicle. Threat seeker would be really cool if if it launches. Oh, the threat sensor and the threat seeker could just launch out of your hand wherever you're pointing. That would be fine. But it also would be kind of cool if like it launched onto your vehicle, and I mean, yeah, you could just stick it to your own vehicle. You could do that actively, and then everywhere you go. So those are pretty straightforward. Thruster though would be really cool if like whenever you use it, it causes the vehicle to thrust in toward wherever you're aiming. So like if you're in the side seat and you look to the left and you use a thruster, it could yank your Warthog to the left. Or something like that, you know what I mean? Or maybe a direction you point. But yeah, anyway. Okay, you said if you could use equipment in a vehicle that manipulates. Oh yeah, you said first thing I did with the drop wall when I first started playing Infinite was to put it on the hood and drive to see if it could stick. Huh? Does it? Does it stick? Because I actually haven't tried that, I don't think. It might. If it does stick, then you can just set that up yourself now, but I actually don't know. Oh man. Okay, so this is really coming along. I'm actually really liking this. Oh, by the way, a leak was saying potentially that the snow biome map is not coming with the next episode, with the next season. So I don't remember why did I put this metal out here? What was the purpose of this again? I feel like it had something to do with making the terrain my own and building inside of it or something. But why did I make it so thin and just a box around the outside? I don't remember anymore. No, it does not. It slides off. Oh, dang. Okay, so basically, it's probably not going to be the snow biome map that's coming with the next season. Probably. It's still just a leak. We don't know. But the leakers are saying they don't believe it's going to be the next biome, that they're just still working on it. So that means that my map here is going to not be able to be immediately transferred over onto the snow biome. So I'm going to build it to still be like on the desert, I guess. Or I could just make this one look like a snow biome and have the halo ring. But yeah, I don't know. By the way, if anybody wants a halo ring on another biome, OCOM has made one that you can just import it into any map and it'll put it on there. The problem, of course, is that it's going to affect your budget, and it's not going to look as good as this one, even remotely, and the sun won't go behind it in the way it does here and like nicely like cause like lighting, cool things to happen with the lighting and stuff like that. There's a big trade-off. It doesn't look like, you know, Earth environment as well, but it does work. It does suit, especially if you're going to have fog anyway. If you're going to have fog that's blocking it anyway, you'll at least have the shape of the ring, and it'll work really nicely. So, yeah, he's got a really good map for that, a really good prefab that he's created. He tweeted it, so if you go look at his OCOM's Twitter, you'll be able to find it. Oh right, I was going to do this water. I was saying that I think I want it to be, like, what I hope is that my water will be. Like, this area of the map will be perfect for just one giant water object to fit on it. But, as you can see, that pokes out through the wall. So I think I'm going to have... I'm either going to have to have more than one, which I can just make this wider this way. Have more than one and have it sort of just go from wall to wall for this one. And then have another one over there that, like, fills up that smaller area. Or, that's maybe even diagonal. Or I could theoretically have... I could theoretically just... place. I just really need this to be even wider. I could theoretically just have it. What was I gonna say? I forgot my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. I could have it. Oh right, I can have terrain be over here, like muddy area be over here, like dirt and stuff like that, right outside the door, which would be fine. But I kind of like the idea of maybe putting another energy barrier and having the water lapping up against the doorway on one side at least, if not both, and then having dirt maybe be here. But I could like do like the water right up against the doorway here, and then like, you know, I don't know, The tank needs to be able to go straight out, and it might hit the door if I make like a hill there, so I'd have to make the door bigger. But we can play with that kind of stuff later. The important thing is that the water is good. So I need to get it to not be bad in here. Like if I come in here, I need to line up with the edge again. So this is the new one. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, wait. What's going on here? Why is it so high? Okay, I'm going to grab that one and then that one. And then I'm going to go with the Z-axis so they're both the same height. I'm going to delete that one. What just happened? Yeah? Is that right? Okay, I guess that's right. I thought that it was a little further away than that, but okay. Oh no, wait, did I grab the... What happened to my vertical? Okay, so now... Do I have my vertical water back? Is that correct? Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm confused. Alright, we're gonna grab that one and drag it around until I can see it for sure. Yeah, it's definitely there. Now we're gonna grab that one, delete it. Do we still have our vertical water? Yes, we do still have the vertical water. Don't grab that. Grab this one, drag it this way, and make it touch the vertical water. Horizontally, it needs to go at a 0 here, and this one needs to go to there, and that should be right. And there we go. Now we're back to having the swamp water all set up again. What are you saying? It does not, it slides off. Oh, right, that was just the energy shield. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so basically, we've got that going, which is nice. So it's not really a leak, it's just like a don't assume leak. You know what I mean? Like this is only a leak because it's telling you not to assume that this is the case, because it's probably not the case. Oh, I know how I can make the vehicles... I think I know how I can make the vehicles not be able to come around the backside. What if I make there be an inward, a downward slope here, kind of like a trucker, like where an 18-wheeler would like back up to an area to put the bed of the truck in line with the floor up top. I can make it come down a little lower and then have the tank be inside of that, right? And then that way, if you come in with the tank can't get up onto the lip. Or something like that. And I could even put like little vehicle blockers or something like there to make sure that it can't get up onto the lip. But then you can't get in with the warthog, so maybe I just want to make it to where the vehicles, the tanks, can't get around the corner. Let me just do that and go grab a tank. Okay, let's get the Wraith, and let's see if we can go through the back area with the Wraith. Man, this being inside of here will make it extremely difficult to take. So you're definitely going to want to attack it hard. Okay, so... I cannot get through there. Oh, I can if I boost. Because it will turn my tank right to the correct angle. I'll forcibly shift the tank to the side. There we go. Okay, so I definitely need to do something about that. And I think I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a column. I think that would work out perfectly. If I just go like this. And I forget what the exact measurement here is, but it's not too big of a deal. I think it actually is a snapped position. Like that, kind of. No. I guess it's not. I thought it was. I could have sworn I've done it before. And maybe it's a 0.5. Nope. It is a 0.3 or a 0.4. 0.4. That looks perfect. Which this doesn't look bad anyway. I kind of like the look of adding this. Whoa, where am I? It did not like where I was positioned just now. Oh, why do I have a hole here? Do I have a hole there over here too? Oh man. Oh, okay. Apparently I was not tracking. Okay, if I'm going to end up transferring this into a snow biome later, I am going to want to scale this up instead of make a new one, because I don't want that piece to be exposed. Or not be exposed, but be expensive. I'll probably just leave that hole there for now because, well, I don't think it would be a big deal to have that little corner poking out on the other side of the map. Now that I think about it. So what's the length here? Oh, we'll just go to 41. It was 40.9. Wait, what? Oh, they are different? Oh, no, there we go. Cool. Flip this around, and on the x-axis, Control V, 41 again. And, there we go. Looks good. That looks like it's poking out too far. I don't necessarily want this little area anyway, so I definitely want to flip it around. And on the y-axis, bring it down to maybe 60. Nope. We'll go to 48. Not 48. No, hold on. 50. 56? Is that -8? What does it look like on the outside? Yeah, that's perfect. Looks decent on the inside, but let's make it perfect. Let's go to that. 55.8. Oh, this one actually does want to kind of poke out like that because it's part of that upper platform. I mean, let me see. Let me see what it looks like if I go like that. It makes the platform look a little bit, I don't know, naked. Looks weird. I'm going to keep it like this. But in which case, I think I need to make this, I need to flip this over and then reduce its vertical, its z-axis to like 16. So then it's right there. And then actually we'll go to 18. That should be a little closer. Well, we'll go down, we'll just go down to here. 19, there we go. And then this one needs to go on here. I think I just did like 4, but it might have been 3. Oh, well, I went by 5. I hit the wrong key. Yeah, like I was saying before, my mouse, my controller, I mean my, what am I trying to say? My keyboard. My keyboard, I spilled something on it. And so I'm having to use a weird keyboard, so if it's too loud, then I apologize. And if it's not too loud, but it's, yeah, if you hear that weird noise, that's what it is. But I keep on hitting the wrong buttons, too. Because my other keyboard has a nice, like, what do you call it? It's got like a curvature to it. It's a sort of an expensive one. This could be a good teleporter spot. That wouldn't be too bad. It's a little alcove and everything. I just got to figure out if that means there'd be a teleporter spot on this side and a teleporter spot on this side. So I just need to figure out where that's, like, if I've got 2 teleporter spots, both of them could theoretically lead to the same spot because it goes to the middle. It'd just be a little weird to have 2 that lead to 1 spot, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it might be a good spot, or it could be a spawn spot, but yeah. Okay, let me get my size for this wall, which is, which one was it that I scaled down? This one, 55.8. And then this one needs to, on the y-axis, is 55.8. And then it needs to be moved up to match this one, so I can go grab and grab, and vertical location. And this one needs to be flipped over, and the z-axis needs to be copied from, it was 19, that's right. I don't need to go copy and paste it. It is 19. There we go. And that should do the trick for now for the block out of this room. Yeah. And there'll be 2 vehicles in here. Okay, cool. Let's put the spawn for the tank in, for the other vehicle in. What I don't like is this. There's no snap for these at all. Wait, what? There is? Where is it? Why didn't it want to snap to anything earlier? I was trying to. I was really, really trying to. Minus, there we go. And that would be the tank. Oh, sorry, the scorpion tank specifically. And then we're going to grab both of them and duplicate, snap it to there, and then go this one on the y-axis and put a negative. Boom. It's all the way across the map. This one. Turn it around. Snap it to there. And put a negative. Boom. I'll make sure... I'm going to make sure I flip this around. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So now we got wraiths and scorpions on both sides of the map. Let's try the scorpion, because I haven't done that yet. And then, let's see. There's the scorpion. And... perfect. So it's straight ahead, you can immediately start shooting at it. That's one of the things I talked about before. I need to add cover for the tanks so that they're not able to immediately fire on each other. It cannot make that jump, as expected. Oh good, but you can get out because that slope is easy enough to deal with. And if you come down through here, you can make your way into the cave, but you can't make your way across underneath. So you could sort of try to... you can lock down the cave, but you can't, I don't believe you can get anywhere from within it. Maybe through here, let's see. Nope. Very, you know, the crevice above us, you know, would be an easy way to board this thing if it was down here. So that's another reason that this is, you know, a good cave for this kind of combat. Finish that thing off. And then you can come up here, attack inside the base, and let's see what's up here. Yeah, this is all looking pretty good. You can fire into the wreckage. You can come over this way. You can also fall down the crevice and get yourself stuck and jammed. I'll do that at the end of this little drive to see how badly you get jammed in there. I don't remember if I put a slope down in the underground yet on this side, so that's why I'm trying to go around. I think I did, but I don't recall for sure. It's right over here. Oh, I didn't put a slope, but the ground is still flatter. So this would be a back way into the base, but you're still just in the vehicle area, you see? So I don't hate that at all. I think there's like 3 ways around, but I think I was gonna block that off. I don't know. I know on the other side of the map I was. Ooh, you can't even go through here with the tank. That's interesting. Whenever I actually make this slope properly, I could theoretically adjust that to make it to where you can get through with the tank onto the slope part. I think that might be for the best. I feel like I expected to be able to get through there, you know. But I could always put a little blocker that only allows warthogs through there too, like one right in the middle, so that you can go around it to the left or right with a warthog or any other vehicle or on foot or anything like that. Which would be pretty good. So then there's only one way in and out, or 2 ways in and out with the tank, and that'd be on the sides of that one. But, yeah. Okay. But I think I do want to be able to go up that slope, because if you want to be able to go up that slope immediately with the tank, like turn and go out, then you could, you might want to be able to go and, like, choose how you exit so that the enemy can't just immediately blow up your tank. So if one side has a tank and the other side doesn't, it would kind of, you know, ruin your thing. So you can get out a little bit. Oh, cool. Yeah, you can completely... Ooh, nope, now I'm getting myself more stuck. Yeah, okay, so the crevice definitely can jam your tank, which was expected. I was expecting some vehicles to be able to be, if they're dumb, drive into the crevice and get themselves stuck. But at least you can shoot in weird angles now. Which I don't think you can even get to that angle if you're... Let's see if I can blow myself up. Oh, that's weird. This is really weird. My gun is clipping into the terrain, and I think shooting from inside the ground. And it's making it to where I can shoot the outside. That's weird. Like underground there. That was a little weird. But, you know, yeah. Basically, yeah. And then you can get up here and, like, hide from tanks. Just don't kill me. But, yeah. But the mortar rounds from the other side, they can, like, fire up onto up there and into the windows and stuff like that, too. So, yeah. I'm liking this. I like the idea of the tanks being divided. This is really cool. This was a good idea. Let's see. Now I need the warthog spawn here, or potentially choppers. I don't know. On the swamp side, I kind of like, let's see, I like the idea of warthogs on in the snow, personally. That's how I'm feeling about that. But I also like the idea of like choppers in the swamp. I don't know why, but I like the idea of the choppers being in the swamp. This will be far enough away from the tank that the enemy tank can't blow up the warthog by shooting at the tanks, the other tank's spawn point. So yeah, I think that's important. But yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely have to run through that a little bit and see which one is for the best. Warthog. That's definitely gonna be a warthog spawn for sure, but I don't know if I've got it centered correctly. We'll have to figure that out. Actually, is there a place I could magnet it to? Or, you know what, I think there's a middle magnet like right around there. I'll just get an object, a really long object, and snap it there and then stretch it back where I want it to be and then snap it to whatever that is. I'll line that up later. But I just want to see... I don't know. I weirdly want a giant chopper wheel in the swamp water. And I think it's because it feels kind of like a swamp boat. You know what I mean? I think it'd be really cool. And having the warthog, maybe I'll have a warthog on each side and then a different vehicle for each side for the secondary. Like maybe I feel like the mongoose should be like maybe over here, like right outside this doorway here. But then like on the inside, what I could do, let's see, I've got the warthog over here. If I do the warthog spawn here, right? And then I do like a ghost here. We'll do that for now. I think chopper is the march and warthog is snow is cool. Just I don't know how much that would overbalance because choppers can take out tanks and wraiths, but warthogs can't. Or one of each in both areas would balance it. Yeah. So I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so check this out. What if I go warthog on each side, but on each side have a second vehicle that's different. So maybe over on the snow side, for example, it is a ghost. And then the one over on the other side is the let's see, hold on. Snap that there. This will be a warthog and it's correct. So we're gonna go with I'm just gonna go ahead and snap it to the other side like this. In the exact same spot. And then this one, right, will be okay, that 15. It's just 15 degrees off. And then we'll go like this. And that should actually snap it right to that little meeting point over here, even though I could just snap it. Yeah, cool. And it's pointing at the door. And then this one will be the chopper. Because I personally feel like the chopper has an easier time against wraiths. I mean, against scorpions than against wraiths. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like the wraith can like pivot and fire at it while strafing to the side, which means it can kind of dodge the chopper before it can actually get in. Like while it's boosting at it, you can sort of dodge it. And also the wraith has a boost, so if the chopper's coming at it from the side, the wraith can just go, oh whoops, and just sort of like go forward. You know what I mean? And just like get the heck out of dodge. So I think that the chopper on the wraith side would be more balanced because the wraith would have the ability to respond, which is I think what you were trying to say. As well, so I think that's probably for the best. I'm just going to move all of this terrain up a little bit. That grass was not even placed, I just sort of stuck it there. Let's see. All of this terrain is too low for where the water was, I think. Ooh, that one too. Because you can kind of see it's coming up onto the bank. Or really, those are fine. Maybe it's just, you know what it is? I'm going to do this. Select that. And I'm going to say, select all of these, which are these bank pieces. And I'm just going to go and prefab them so that I can change their height without their relative height to one another changing, like just having their regular height change. And then I want to bring it up until it's not inside the environment there. And that should create a nice... Whoa, my God, what is that doing that again? Let's see. I also need to adjust where this stuff is, this lichen. Did I delete the original water? I think I did. It's where there's only the one water now. Yeah. So all this lichen and stuff like that, I've got layers and layers of it. It's moss. Let me do the same thing. Select all of the moss, right? And then deselect these. So I'll find a negative. There we go. And find another place where it lets me do negative to remove it from my selection. There it was for a second. There it was. Remove that. Oh, wait. I apparently did not successfully remove this one. I thought it did. Wait, there it was. Remove that. Okay, cool. So now I should have only these. And I should be able to set them to this height. So now I need to go moss, that one. And then I can come over here, grab the prefab of all of these. Gosh, why is it doing that? Ugh, stop it. You silly thing. Okay. Ah, Jesus. This is an annoying bug that started with the season. Prefab. There we go. Now I've got them both selected. I can just hit enter, enter, and it should be the correct height and look nice and swampy again. Nice. Nice. I still need to adjust the heights of these now, though, because now it's bumping up weirdly. But yeah. So, yeah. So, a warthog on each side, ghost on the snow side, and a chopper on the swamp side. But they can also, those are thin enough that they can go back through the base and switch sides. So that's not even a problem, you know what I mean? And then I'll put a mongoose on each, I kind of want to put a mongoose on, like, there. And then one on the other side of the map as well in the same spots. But let me go ahead and... Oh, I haven't changed that. It's giving you the, it's giving you a heads up about a nav marker for the chopper as well. But actually, yeah, no, this is another good point. Is that if I make the banks out of the swamp cool, then, like, it would be really cool to hit those hills with the chopper and, like, boom. And then be, like, going through the water. But yeah, I like the idea. The chopper going through the water is just really cool. Let me see if I can get through here. I cannot. It is not wide enough. Good. That is the desired, result. Let me hop in that mongoose really quick to go test it. This is not low enough to the ground to, yeah, you can get through with the mongoose. Perfect. But the ground isn't letting it splash. Let's see. Let me get the ghost is on the other side. I need to check the ghost to see if I can get through the middle area. Let's see. If you select a piece, then that weird bug doesn't happen. Oh, really? The one where you're like, where it's like shoving you out of things? That sounds good. That's good. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can get through the old-fashioned way. That's what I did in Halo CE. That's what you do right there. You just go one wing at a time. Or in Halo 2 and 3, you blow off the wings, and then you can sneak through all sorts of little passageways. Alright, cool. So that is, in fact, blocking me there. I wonder if there's anywhere the boost can get... Oop, I hit back on the joystick right as I reached the top of the jump and made myself miss. Okay, I wonder if there's any way I can get, like, through there if I do something right. And if I can't, I wonder if I should put a jump right here and make it to where I can. Because that would be really cool. Jumping through that little window right there and then getting into the other side. Yeah, that bug, select a piece and then move to where you can select the piece you want. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So, if I go up here, right? Oh my gosh. Yes! That's perfect. Look at that. I definitely want the ghost on that side of the map then. Because you can even use the ledges to, like, jump up onto the bridge with the ghost. And I believe... Is that the... That's not the only way onto the bridge, right? With the vehicles? Yeah, no, you can do that. Yeah. That was good. That was good. This is honestly the way I'm building this, and it's, like, not necessarily intentional, but it's just coming out really nicely. It feels like a Halo 1, Halo 2 style of maybe even campaign map. Like, not even like a necessarily like a multiplayer map. Like, it does feel a bit like one of their multiplayer maps. Like, that area right there was kind of almost meant to feel like Sanctuary, which it kind of does. And that kind of feels like Narrows, this bridge in the middle. And then, of course, it's also designed like the Halo 1 bridges with the energy barrier to act like the glass and stuff. But, like, I feel like the layout is feeling more and more Halo 1, Halo 2 style than, like, you know, what you'd expect. But yeah, I can also just, like, I don't have to jump across that gap, but I can. But I don't have to, because I could just come up here and then go over here. And then, you know, I can't get onto that from here, but that's because I don't have the ramps yet set up correctly. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is cool. Okay, alright. So, I have been streaming for a while. I'm actually down to very few viewers anyway. Over on Kick, I'm down to 1 viewer, which unfortunately means I can't host anybody. But I think it's time for me to get up. So I will let me refresh just to see if that's wrong, and maybe I can host somebody. No, it is still saying I'm down really low. Kick in general, there's supposedly, I think there's some kind of boycott for Kick that they're talking about. Somebody was talking about like other stream. There was some asshole who streamed on Kick and did some really inappropriate thing, and then now a bunch of people on Twitch that are more popular viewers are supposedly, or I mean, streamers. I mean, are like organizing some kind of protest of Kick as a result, and maybe that's good because they'll change some kind of policy to make those people not do that kind of thing. But in the meantime, I think it might be hurting viewers over here because I see Ashton doesn't have anybody, and I'm down to 1 right now. So I don't know if that's the case, or if it's some kind of bugs, or if it's something else, or maybe I'm just boring. We'll see. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.